Good afternoon, Nasties. Welcome to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, and our lovely producer today and contributor will be Matthew Wannick. On with us and the Reed Wilkins Show as the young Zachticum did the morning show. Like always, if you want to listen to us, you can go to EdmontonSportsTalk.com, iHeartRadio, or the TuneIn app. If you like to watch us, hit us up on the EST YouTube channel. The Nasty Chat is alive and well there. It's already going. Or you can text us at 780-218-99. And like always, we're coming to you live from the William Huff Studios here in the west end of the city. Fun show today. He's back, baby. McDavid returns after missing 3 games in what was supposed to be 2 to 3 weeks. It's 2 to 3 games. We'll break it all down. New lines from the Oilers morning skate. Noah Philp sent down. So lots and lots to get to. We'll get to some F1, some CFL, some NFL. And our lone guest today will be at 2:20. Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporter for the Daily Hive, will check in as he was down at the morning skate. And we'll get a vibe from the Edmonton Oilers with the return of their captain, Hernan's World, at 1:40 as well. And we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a nice national day. We have a birthday that we're kind of intertwined. And then something to do with the Oilers as well. So we want you to participate like always. And, of course, the EST Flyway to LA, presented by the 780, also in the second hour. Let's get those thumbs up, Gager. We didn't hit 100 yesterday, which was a little disappointing. It broke our streak.
Yeah, no, I understand it, though. It was a stressful day. News of Connor, you wasn't sure if he's coming back. Everyone was excited. Now we've got the news. So, obviously, we should see at least 97 thumbs up for Connor McDavid back in the lineup. Looked pretty good. So, like little snippets that I saw, moves quite well.
Sure.
Good footwork on Connor McDavid going through the neutral zone and controlling the puck. So, yeah, let's fingers crossed for Oilers fans that it's not too early.
Yeah. Well, let's okay, so let's get to that aspect. He spoke with the media. He was asked those questions. He pretty much said, well, I feel good. The doctors say I'm good to go. Like, I know my body. He said initially when it happened in Columbus, on the flight home, he felt it was really bad. But he said he had a couple bad days, and then it started to heal up quicker than they anticipated. That's why he's returning. And I think you have to trust the player in this situation because he knows his body better than anybody.
It's going to feel worse on the plane, first of all, because the pressure, it's going to blow up. I remember I I broke my ankle in Finland before a game once, and we got on a plane the next morning, and went to Frankfurt, and I had it all wrapped up, and when I took it off, it looked like someone took a baseball bat to my leg. Like it was completely black and blue. So, yeah, I can understand that it probably didn't feel great getting off the plane, but then, you know, the swelling subsides, starts to feel a little bit better. Yeah, obviously it wasn't as bad as we originally thought. Not a high ankle sprain like those ones that you get that just are nagging until, I mean, we mentioned it on Two Guys, that it doesn't go away until you have enough sufficient time to rest it. And that was, I think, a lot of worry was you don't want this to be something nagging Connor McDavid for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he's superhuman, though. We've seen this guy recover from things outside of his rookie year with the broken collarbone, but he's been amazing at returning and recouping from injuries. Not that he's had a lot.
No, but what was it at the beginning of last year too? He felt. It's funny. It just seems like the starts of the years haven't gone well over the past 2 seasons for Connor so far. Like he felt like there was too much work put in. Just kind of started the year a little bit slow. This year was took a different approach, I think, because of how long they played, and you saw him play way too many exhibition games that for a lot of people's liking, and hopefully now Connor can get back to where he normally is, and that's one of the top players in the league.
Smitty the Welder says, hey, boys, I guess my insider was right. Connor is playing today. Remember yesterday he said he's going to play. I like this one also from Sheesh _edits. Geez, how long until another player will start asking for McDavid's blood? This guy's a miracle when it comes to recovery. It truly is. He's the Patrick Mahomes, where Patrick Mahomes' legs bend ways it shouldn't, and he's back out there for the next series.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know what it is with these guys. Might have to get a couple vials of that blood and see how it goes.
Superhuman for sure. The record for the Edmonton Oilers without their captain was 2-1-0. Pretty damn good. I mean, the New Jersey game again, I think we both said that we thought they played pretty good for the most part of that game. The details cost them. The special teams cost them. And getting McDavid back, it's going to be a big bump, hopefully, for that power play to get going. We don't have to see the two defensemen anymore, thankfully, because I think he's going to return to the original five for the power play.
Yeah. And hopefully they can get a break early, right? If they have the same type of start, I think they can have some success against the Golden Knights. Golden Knights, I mean, this is those games that you talk about, the 4-point swing. I saw a lot of people say over the game against the Devils, well, at least it was to an Eastern Conference team. Points are out of the conference. You know, it's the ramifications aren't too big to where the Oilers are in the standings. But tonight, big game, especially with the Knights leading the Pacific.
Yeah, Vegas always starts well. They were shot out of a cannon last year. I think they were undefeated in the first 10 or something like that. And again, they're having a good start, and they lose some players, but they're able to fill those slots and always be at the top of the Pacific Division. I don't think they're going to fall off. They did a bit last year, Gager. They struggled a bit.
That was due to injury a little bit.
A lot.
Right?
And but they're always a team that you have to be ready to go with. We got some new lines as well, and I'm pretty excited about this. Skinner with McDavid and Hyman. I think Jeff Skinner deserves a shot with Connor McDavid. I think he's been one of their better forwards. He's a shooter. He crashes the net, Gager. So I really like that move. Second line stays intact. It's going to be Podkolzin with Draisaitl, Arvidsson. I think Coach K likes that. I think he likes that group. So Podkolzin's got to be a better finisher because he missed the open net in the last game. Third line's the interesting one. Henrique centered by RNH, and then Brown on the right wing, and then Janmark with Ryan and Perry. Defense stays the same. Emberson and Dermott were rotating, but it sounds like it's going to be Emberson. Stuart Skinner net. Noah Philp sent down to Bakersfield. They're in Calgary tonight, so he's probably going to play there. But what do you make of these new forward lines? I don't mind the second line staying together. I like that Skinner's getting an opportunity with two elites in Hyman and McDavid. But the RNH to the third line, Gager, I think that's the right move at this point because he's not doing much.
He's not. He needs to find a little bit more offensive touch, I think. And does that line provide a little bit more than what they were used to? Because, I mean, I don't know if there's a type of matchup that Coach K is looking at, but when you look at the Vegas Golden Knights, just for tonight, I mean, third line, you look at Pearson, Carlson, and Holtz. Carlson, really good two-way centerman. Pearson, a little bit long in the tooth. I think you can take advantage possibly with some speed there. Holtz, young guy, but the line of Nugent Hopkins, Henrique, and Brown, that's a lot of experience, right? They're all over 30 years old. They should be a very good shutdown type of line with some counter-punching aspects where if they can get some turnovers and set traps to the neutral zone, re-attacking. Nuge can still scoot. Brown's shown some pretty good speed this year too. I like that matchup, but it's, again, looking at it, you kind of like it. I don't. Maybe they look more towards the hurdle line. I'm not sure. They probably want Carlson up against either McDavid or Draisaitl, and then Eichel against one of the other two top centers, right? So
I think Eichel will go toe-to-toe with McDavid. Hurdle will get the big think? German. Yeah. And but that's three guys on the third line that are struggling mightily.
Yeah.
Like they combine for 3 goals. I mean, Henrique and Brown have 1 point each, and it's a goal. So it's something to get going. But like you said, it's a responsible line as well. A line that you're not afraid to put out there against any of the Vegas Golden Knights 3 lines, Gager.
No, I think they should be able to handle themselves at least. But Yeah, it's you're looking for them to, and maybe it's as easy as they come into the room. When you go in and you can see the other team's lineup up on the board, right? And probably talks with meetings this morning of who are most likely you're going to be going up against, and you're going up against the Vegas Golden Knights, a team that is I think still considered a Western Conference final type of team. You want to put that splinter in the back of the mind that you beat these guys, right? And that provide just that little bit of mind control over a team and having success throughout the regular season to give you confidence if it comes down to a playoff series where it really matters.
Yeah, and Vegas ain't messing around. Mark Stone 7th in the league in scoring right now, so the veteran off to a great start. They're 8-3-1, like I said, first in the Pacific. You know what's going to be the best matchup to watch tonight, Gager?
Pietrangelo and Leon Draisaitl?
No. That's top 3. Vegas Golden Knights currently have the 3rd best power play. They sit at 32.3%, Gager.
Ooh.
And they're going up against the worst PK in the league, the Edmonton Oilers, at 60%. That's going to be the game right there. That's the game.
I'm more interested in Hill and Skinner going at it in goal. See the dominance for the Four Nations Cup.
That's Maddie's goalie, Hayden Hill.
I know.
Loves him. He's not even paying attention to. He's busy working. So it's a good point too. Stuart Skinner. I wouldn't say a good game the last time out. He's got to start stringing them together, just like the Oilers do, right? And then Hayden Hill, for me, he's still not on that top 5, top 6 elite. I think he's still in the middle of the pack, similar to Stuart Skinner, Gager. I don't see him as a guy that the Oilers have to be super concerned about. Because I don't think Vegas is super concerned about Stuart Skinner.
No. But both have the ability to be difference makers in the game.
Sure.
I want to see Stuart Skinner win the goaltending battle tonight. After sitting out watching that Jersey game, looking at the performance by Allen, sometimes I just want to see Skinner start asserting himself as the bona fide go-to guy. Where to the point where, you know what, Mac T once said something to me. I was talking to him and he goes, talking about playing time, things like that. And he said, and the other goalie was Tommy Salas. Tommy was awesome. Lights out at that point, right? And this is a team that had Doug Waite, Bill Guerin, Ryan Smith on it. And he goes, I'd like to put you in more, but how do you take your best player out of the lineup? And he was referring to Tommy Salas. Gave him the best chance to win every night, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to see. I want Coach K to go, oh my gosh, we need to win this game. I need Skinner in that. My best chance is Stu Skinner.
Matty just gave you the death stare because you said Coach K.
That was twice. You've done it twice.
I know. What? What's wrong?
There's one Coach K in sports.
Who?
Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski.
Where's he coaching?
He's now retired after being a legend of Duke.
Okay.
When Knobloch wins multiple titles, then he can maybe be a Coach K. There's only one Coach K in sports.
There's only one Coach K.
Wow,
yeah, he doesn't like that.
Can I say Coach Double K?
Go for it.
I like that. Double K.
K squared.
KK. Oh, KK. K squared. K2.
K2. A few texts here coming into the nasty chat. Induced Comics says this is the lineup they should have started the season with. Well, I didn't mind Nuge with Hyman and McDavid because they had a lot of success last year, and then you wanted to see Skinner, Arvidsson, and Draisaitl. So I don't blame him too much, but I get what you're saying. Ace96 says, when has using RNH as a center ever paid dividends? I think he's better as a winger at this point in his career, Gager.
But he should be
he should be a center.
Yeah. But I this is why I think, well, the main reason I like that line of him, Henrique, and Brown is Rico's a centerman too.
Yeah.
So when there's times throughout the game when you're on the ice, you get, positions change, but those guys should be experienced enough that switching from the wing to the center position to cover for each other should be quite easy. Yeah. So that gives you, and then face-offs. having two centers is really good. You see most of the times if they say you get caught in a cycle and you ice the puck, they're still out there. First guy goes in, wastes time, gets kicked out, then the next guy comes, right?
Yeah,
So they
cheat a little.
Yeah.
Try to win that face-off. We'll continue the Oilers conversation in the second segment. We'll go around the NHL. A scary incident yesterday regarding a former Edmonton Oiler there in St. Louis, Gage. We'll get to all that and more here on EST Afternoons. We're at 31 thumbs up. That's a hell of a start, Gagers. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 50 by the end of the next segment. I think we'll be well on our way to 100 thumbs up because I think it helps the whole viewership, what's the word I'm looking here? Algorithm. Yeah. So the more thumbs up we get, the more people can see our content. So hammer that thumbs up. Hit us up at 780-218-9999. Preston Hodgkinson from he's an Oilers reporter for Daily Hive, is coming up in the second hour, as well as the EST Flyaway to LA, which is presented by the 780, and portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. NHL lives at the Canadian Brewhouse. Every Oilers game day, get $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. You can win game tickets and 2 tickets to Surf and Turf dinner at the end of the season. Full details at the CanadianBrewhouse.com. More Oilers and NHL talk on the other side of the break. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, EST Afternoons, and here's Matthew Wanek with a sports update.
After only missing 3 games, Connor McDavid will be back in the lineup for the Oilers as they host the Golden Knights down at Rogers Place. The GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas. They'll get you set for the game live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk at 5:30. 2 other games on the NHL schedule. The Capitals host the Predators and the Red Wings visit the Blackhawks. After taking a puck to the neck last night, Blues forward Dylan Holloway is out of hospital and is aiming to play Thursday against Utah. Toronto Raptors head off to Sacramento to tip off against the Kings. It's one of 12 games in the association. And kicking off about 21 minutes ago, Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich, they're in action as they play Benfica in Champions League action. 2 matches already final. Club Brugge got past Aston Villa 1-0, while Donetsk beat Young Boys 2-1. Up next, we continue with the EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Owanek. You're up to date.
Ready for an unforgettable sports experience? It's the EST Flyaway to LA. Presented by the 780. Listen daily for the EST Flyaway keyword. Once you hear it, text us at 780-218-9999 for your chance to qualify to fly to LA. Round trip flights for 2, hotel and car rentals, all to go see Edmonton face off against either LA or Anaheim. Plus, experience the brand new Intuit Dome as the Clippers tip off against the Warriors, and top it all off with the Rams kicking off against the Cardinals at SoFi Stadium. This is more than just a trip. This is the ultimate sports experience. The EST Flyaway to LA, presented by the 780 and Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
You want the heavy hitters on your team, both on and off the ice. If you've been injured in a car accident, call the heavy hitters of Injury Law. James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers. With over 200 years of combined injury law experience, their precedent-setting lawyers are ready to help. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oiler fans, James H. Brown and Associates wants to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
125. Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Matthew E. Wanek, as it's game day for your Edmonton Oilers as they host the Vegas Golden Knights. 6:30 start time. We'll have the Oil Stream GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show starting at 5:30. Tom Gazzola, I think it's Sean Bell today, and myself, and then we'll be back for the postgame show. I'm sure it's going to be a hell of a game. It always is when these two teams meet, Gager. So it's going to be really fun night to be covering that game. Just a reminder, the new EST pop-up store is live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Go check it out. You only have a few days left if you like to order your things, your gear, whatever you'd like. So make sure to check it out. It's the EST pop-up store, which is live on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. The big guy, our boss, still out? When is he going to come back? I thought he'd beat McDavid.
He's looking for some of that Connor McDavid blood. We need a transfusion here. And he'll be right as rain.
I just hope he's finally on like antibiotics.
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked to him?
Yeah, no, he sent me, I told you, he sent me the picture of himself. Didn't look good.
No,
this was last game. So
absolutely crushed him, eh?
But he gets into the text chat a little bit. So look for him in there tonight during the game, I think. We'll
which return will be better? McDavid's or Dusty's?
Let's get a poll up. I am going to go with Dustin Nielsen. The guy is Tuesday morning is his expected return, or else he'll probably go on LTIR at that point. We need to probably save some cap space around here. But I think he will be more impactful in his return than Connor McDavid is tonight.
He will. And Maddie put it up there. Which return will be better, McDavid's, Dusty's? I voted. Dusty, I got a text asking, what did you think of Manchester United's new coach who beat Man City yesterday in Champions League with Porto?
Sporting.
You
don't know your Portuguese sites, do you?
No, I don't.
Sporting and Porto. Just kidding there. Ruben Amorim, 4-1 win in his final, I think maybe his second last match with Sporting before he takes over United. It's a pretty big, convincing win.
What was the score?
4-1.
Oh, wow.
Somebody wasn't listening while I was talking there.
Because in the updates,
I don't think he was listening either.
It's the football.
It's football.
4-1. Yeah.
I heard 4-1, but I didn't know if it was that game. But so you're pretty happy. Is he gonna lead Man United back to the glory days?
I'm done being excited about a new manager. I've done it many times. I've thought guys have come in and they were the right guys, and it's never worked. So ask me after midway through next season. Ask me midway through next season.
But Matt,
because it's not his team right now, so he comes in partway through the season. Then they got to make the transfers to bring in his players, which I've seen done with United every 3 years, it seems anyways. But then it's his team a little bit more next year. So ask me in like a year from now.
But Matty, you're always the same with your sports teams. Like you always go like really negative.
No,
because
but
you don't want to be
not in this one. Not on this one. I was very excited about Eric Ten Hag. I was pumped about Eric Ten Hag. I was excited about Jose Mourinho. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he took over, because he was the interim and he did so well, I was like, yeah, this guy deserves the job. I was excited about Louis van Gaal. I have always been excited about the managers, and it's never worked. So I'm tired of getting excited, seeing one good year, then it goes bad, and then they fire the manager and they bring in the next one in. This guy's supposed to be the next hot manager. I've heard that before.
Okay, so you're just kind of like...
It's like the Oilers have constantly hiring coaches. Like if the Oilers actually kept losing this season and they had to fire Chris Knobloch, how would Oiler fans feel about that?
If they got rid of Coach K, it would be terrible.
So then that's where Manchester United is.
Big Slam Nasty says, Maddie's on the sports update when he's tossing in soccer scores. Duck Dad says, thanks for the UEFA updates, Matt. Club Brugge, huge upset. Villa looking lame. I don't know if that's... Champions, like that wouldn't be Champions League if Villa's in there, right? No.
Thanks for listening to my sportscast.
Well, I don't, because I'm talking to Gage in between breaks.
I'm just kidding with that, like messing with you. Just like no one reads my emails around here.
I do.
We had a thing today about emails. Don't worry, that came up.
Yeah.
No, it's Champions League action. Aston Villa got into Champions League last year. They had such a good season. They found a way to get in. So no, that's Champions League action. They were actually 3-0 going into this. They beat Bayern Munich last time.
A Moran's journey to United is looking spicy, if nothing else. That's from Johnny Alberta. Channel says...
Johnny Alberta, good creator of the Manchester United supporters group of Edmonton.
Channel says Gyökeres is unreal. I don't know what that means. Is that a player?
Who?
Gyökeres? Yes, he is a Swedish professional footballer who plays for Sporting CP, so I guess he had a hell of a game yesterday. I've never heard of this young man, but good on him.
Swedish. Sounds Finnish.
That doesn't sound either Finnish or Swedish, I'd say.
No, whatever.
I got to get more into soccer, man. Well, his first name is Victor, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It was funny what old Faithful had to say about the foosball.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was
He's not a fan of the dad.
No.
He blames the South Americans. That's why we had a little riff when I was still there.
Really?
We became frenemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like tackle him out on the field sometimes?
No, I said, let's go one-on-one right now. But he played like semi-pro, so like he'd kill me. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a terrible soccer. Like I like playing soccer, but I wasn't good. But yeah, he's I've seen him dribble the ball, like juggle. Oh,
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. You can tell he's played at a higher level.
Well, you think you're good at a sport. You think you're all around good. And I remember one summer we were playing as a group where we worked out in the gymnasium, just like, and you get better at something.
Yeah.
But then when I went to Germany, you get there pretty early. So you do a lot of outdoor working out, and we decided to play a full game. Right. And you don't even come close to those guys.
No.
Like they grew up with it, and the way they can like handle the ball and keep you away at the same time. I was like, what's going on?
So I had a buddy who played pro here.
Yeah.
And he played for Canada's like under 21 national team, played in a World Cup under 20. Like he played at a high level. But when teams would come here from Argentina, Chile, and they would have like private games that no one knew about, like they would scrimmage, he'd be like, their forwards were like, he's like, we were pro. He goes, but these guys are another level. He's like, in a second, the guy was gone. And you're like, where'd he go? Like, or get the ball away. He said it's just so different.
It's so different. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't like, and I'm sure there's people that look at like hockey the same way. They don't, maybe it doesn't translate through the TV as much. I find soccer that way too. Through the TV you get it but when you're actually there and see a professional game and the actual speed of these guys and the way that they can pass the ball like at distances and hit a guy in stride like on his foot is crazy.
Well, and I hate like when it comes to hockey because, like we have a lot of guys here that made it to the NHL, careers, they went a different path and people are like, oh, they weren't good. I'm like, do you know how good you have to be to make the NHL?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Exactly. But like, and that's why, like, I remember Steve McIntyre, people would be like, I can play better than him. I'm like, no, you can't. Yeah. Like, Steve McIntyre would go play shinny and like, he'd be the best player out there. It's not even close.
Go and this year, if you're doubting what my boy Hernan's saying right now, come to the probably Hockey Helps the Homeless. Big Mac's always there. Watch him stick handle and skate around. Yeah, he's. I mean, obviously it's been a few years, but he can still hammer the puck and probably beat most of those guys in a race. Right? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's why. It's
who was the young guy that torched everyone last year? He played for the Canadians. Blonde hair. Shoot. Dusty hated him, I think.
Like the Montreal guy?
Yeah, Montreal. Shoot, I'll find out who it was. But he was he scored like 6 goals in one game. Like it was like he was still trying out.
Oh, really?
Usually pros kind of take it easy, right?
I heard Cass at the alumni games is just dancing around everywhere.
Oh, there's nothing but toe drags. It's all toe drags.
Does Belsey go out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both shoot as hard. Like I don't go out anymore, basically because I'm working now. Because it's usually around this time.
Yeah.
But you would never see them if they tried that hard to score when they actually played, as they do on me and alumni skates. They'd still be playing. Like they try, like Belsey ripped, the last time out, Belsey ripped one off my shoulder. I was like, really? I was, oh, sorry, Gage.
Tom Gazzola says Dale Weiss.
Dale Weiss. Yeah, that's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah.
Tommy didn't like him either.
You've played with Gazzola, right?
Against him once. I can't remember because.
Did he score on you?
No. He hit me in the head with his blueberry muffin wrister, and but I couldn't remember anything else.
Nice.
I wish I would recall, like, because we shake hands afterwards, and he didn't even say, "Hey," like, "Hi, Joaquin," or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
he big timed you.
He did with his full cage.
Johnny Alberta expecting big Man United formation changes, if nothing else. Kay Gill says, I miss Robin Van Persie when he was on Arsenal. Adam Zeal says, I'm just excited that Champions League is back. And Gelsenkirchen, too bad it is in Schalke, though. So, hey, we have some soccer listeners. I like it.
Tommy just told me to shut up. So
you know why I'm upset about soccer? Because I like soccer, but I've just never had a team.
Oh,
so I feel like to get invested into like a sport that like hockey or football, you need a team, and I just can't find one.
Yeah, no,
it's like college football. And the problem with me with college football, there's so many damn games. It's impossible for me to keep track of it.
Well, Maddie seems to have no problem with following college football. You got a lot of teams. Hey,
I got a team in every sport except college football. I have 2. I cheer for 2.
Really?
There's so many.
What about golf? Do you cheer for anyone in golf?
I don't cheer. There's a lot of golfers I like, so I'm actually pretty happy most weeks. There's a handful of golfers, probably 4 or 5, I despise, and I never want to see win. But there's not like if I had to be one, I'd be a Jordan Spieth guy. I think over anyone else. That's kind of the guy I love more than anyone. But like I like Justin Thomas. I like Rory. I've grown to like Tiger. I could go through a list of it. John Rahm is always fun to watch. So like there's a huge list of golfers I do enjoy, and then there's just a couple that I hate.
Yeah, I guess.
And I use that word. Like I despise.
Despise.
Like Patrick Reed, I do not want to see ever have good things happen to him on a golf course.
I was never, what was his name? Steve Stricker. Yeah, I didn't like that guy.
You didn't like Stricker?
No. Well, it was at the time when Tiger was just emerging, and there was all the hype, and you could see some of the older guys were getting a little bit perturbed at how much focus was on Tiger, and Stricker was out there, and I think it was after the second day, and they kept asking him questions about Tiger because he was at the top of the league, and I don't know what tournament it was, but Stricker kind of went off on the reporter asking the questions. He goes, I can't believe you're asking me all these questions about this young guy. He's not gonna win this thing, or something like along the
Very
lines.
Very dismissive.
Yeah, and Tiger went on to win by like 10 strokes or something like that. And I was just like, it was a time when, and we see the same thing with Caitlin Clark, and we've never talked about this, but just the new person coming in, lots of eyes on, can help the sport, and it's just poo-pooed on. And I just didn't understand why you wouldn't. Hockey's great for that. I mean, Bedard comes in and everyone just praises this young guy coming in. Hopefully he becomes the player that everyone predicts he's going to be. And there's never anyone going, oh, he's not going to do it. They don't try to keep down players that are probably most likely going to grow their game where they see in other sports.
But I'd say like you don't see that in the NFL. I don't think. You don't see that in basketball. The top prospect, there's not a lot of players that, you don't hear that. Like Wemby comes into the league, no one's sitting there going, I'm going to show him.
Yeah.
Baseball, there's just the top prospects. It's just treated differently.
Yeah.
It's rare. Maybe it has to be a lower sport with less. Like the WNBA has been around for a while, but it doesn't have the eyeballs on it until Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And maybe those ones that the vets are sitting there like, we've been playing for so long. And that'd be maybe the same with golf, that there was people watching golf, but Tiger brought a new audience.
Yeah.
And now it's like, well, it's almost like, why weren't you watching when I was here?
Yeah.
And that maybe the bigger sports don't have that issue right now or haven't had that because people are already watching. Like Connor Bedard, McDavid come to the league. They don't bring new eyeballs necessarily as they come to the league.
Yeah.
I don't think Connor McDavid, when he first got drafted, brought new people to focus on hockey.
It depends on the
As
market.
time has moved on, I think Connor has brought, there's that attention of, what's this guy doing there? Caitlin Clark brought new people to the WNBA.
A lot, yeah.
Oh,
Tiger, when he's in 97, when he brought new eyeballs to the entire sport. And I wonder if there's just that pettiness of, well, why weren't you there when I was here? We've been here.
Yeah.
Why aren't you here?
That's such a weird attitude, though, because in the grand scheme of things,
It's better for you.
It's better for you.
You're going to get more money.
More eyeballs on it.
Yeah.
More like Tiger, like golf was only on one channel. Like now, like then it was.
The purses, if you probably break down the crease of purses that have happened from when Tiger came in to now, and I'm going to go pre-live even with all because that's brought a different change. It's astronomical how much more money these golfers got.
Yeah.
That's all because of Tiger. And in the WNBA, there's more eyeballs with Caitlin Clark, and that's going to keep happening with some of these younger people, like when Paige Beckers comes. And that just means there's more money for these teams to give you.
Yeah.
Why are you being this way to these players? It's very short-sighted.
It's interesting. Yeah. Caitlin Clark
like
took
here.
a lot of crap. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it at all, man.
I wanted to jump through my TV and knock some people out there, man.
I know.
Seriously,
Yeah.
and then she's not asking for that. She just wants to play ball, man.
And like just full, whatever. The way she handles herself in the media, it's Gretzky-esque, where you've never seen a bad interview with Wayne Gretzky, right? Like the way he's complimentary of his opponents and everything, right? Like there's always, it's all about team, all that stuff. She says everything that's right, and there's a reason why she's so marketable. And her did you see her shoes? I know we're getting late here, but did you see her new shoes that she had marketed or whatever?
No, I haven't.
Like there's little dots around the swoosh or something, and that's
nice.
from she's shooting from the how do they mention it? They shoot from the ad or something.
From the logo?
From the logo, and
okay.
that's the points where she's shot long or whatever. It's pretty cool, man.
That's awesome. All right. Coming up next, we'll get to Hernan's World. K. Gill, I do see your question in the nasty chat regarding the Oilers. We will get to it for sure, but we're going to have a fun Hernan's World. It's 3 different topics. We'll see what the boys have to say with the top. I mean, one's an Oiler one I think people are going to have fun with. Of course, we want you to participate as well. 780-218-9999. Hour 2. Preston Hodgkinson from the Daily Hive here in Edmonton, and we'll have our qualifier for the EST flyaway to LA. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, and here's Matthew Wanick with a Sports Center update.
After only missing 3 games, Connor McDavid will be back in the lineup for the Oilers as they host the Golden Knights at Rogers Place. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas. They'll get you set for the game at 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. 2 other games in the NHL. The Caps host the Predators. Red Wings visit the Blackhawks. After taking a puck to the neck last night, Blues forward Dylan Holloway is out of hospital and is aiming to play Thursday against Utah. Toronto Raptors head to Sacramento to tip off against the Kings. It's one of 12 games in the association. And Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich, they're in action as they play Benfica in Champions League action. 24th minute, that match is 0-0. 2 matches already final. Club Brugge defeating Aston Villa 1-0, while Donetsk got past Young Boys 2-1. Up next, it is Hernan's World on EST Afternoons. I'm Adam Wanick. You're up to date.
Wake up with the Nielsen Show with Dustin Nielsen and Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9 on EdmontonSportsTalk.com.
Book your holiday party at the CBH today. The Canadian Brewhouse is your ultimate destination for events, parties, fundraisers, and more. 'Tis the season to celebrate. Visit and book now in-store or at the Canadian...
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury even though there's absolutely no way you can afford it. And if if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching the button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki with like a giant eagle's wings and singing lead vocals for Lynyrd Skynyrd with like an angel band. And I'm in the crowd hammered drunk. Park Mazda, your dealer for life insurance.
.145. Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Matthew Iwanek. Like always, you can watch us on the EST YouTube channel. Hit up the Nasty Chat. Text us at 780-218-9999. If you'd like to listen to us, EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Just hit the live button. Tune in radio or the iHeartRadio apps. It's been a fun show so far. We've talked a lot of Oilers. We'll continue the Oiler conversation. Big game tonight. 6:30 down at Rogers Place as the Oilers host the red-hot Vegas Golden Knights. They've won 5 of their last 6, Gager, and they're scoring a ton as well. So it's going to be a good matchup for the Oilers. They do get their captain, El Capitan, returns after missing the last 3 games. He was slated to miss 2 to 3 weeks, but he misses 3 games, which is just...
He got those mixed up, I guess.
Yeah.
Weeks and days.
He probably meant Gabe because he said, he goes, I'm not... I don't send out the media releases. That's what he said to me. He's like, I'm not with the media people. So it's great news for the Edmonton Oilers. So Connor McDavid makes his triumphant return. Quick update on the poll on the EST YouTube channel. Who will return? Which return will be better? McDavid's or Dusty? Dusty leading the way with 62%.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, Dusty.
That's not too bad, eh?
Yeah.
Dusty,
I like it. Puts a little
Dusty's just as big as Connor McDavid in Edmonton. He is, though.
I would, you know what? Let's get the poll out. No, I wonder. Dusty's pretty popular, man. Like when, because he's a commanding presence too. Yeah. Like he's a tall. You can see him over the sea of people. Like,
and he's so nice.
When I would be slinging dogs and stuff, and he'd be out there or whatever, and I'd talk to him. I couldn't finish a conversation because people kept coming up to introduce themselves, right? So,
when you're 6'5",
I know
you do stand out. We're at 50 thumbs up. Let's get. We just need 50 more for 100. That's all we're asking. We're not even through the first hour, so the numbers are good. Let's hit it. Let's start another streak. Derek Knight really wants the Stampeders to sign Trey Ford. I don't know why. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait for the offseason. I can't wait for the Elks to name their GM and their head coach and then see where they go with the quarterback thing. I'm just tired of the VA conversation. Just bring Trey Ford in. Thank you for coming in my talk.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. I just saw it. I know Derek sent that in yesterday and we didn't get to it, but...
he wants Trey Ford in Calgary?
Yeah.
Well.
That would crush me.
Would it?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, you and Maddie.
I don't know if it'd crush me, but I'd be upset. Maddie would be
I just want to see what he can do, man.
Let's get to Hernan's world.
Maddie's looking off.
Belzy, Tom Vernon, and I, we talked a bit of Trey earlier today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
And?
Oh, shoot.
Sean doesn't think he's going to come back.
Well, let's hope. But I mean...
I think it's...
Stab myself with this thing.
Depending who the president is. Or no, the GM is. That'll be the big thing.
Jasmine says, did Gager just say Gazzola had a blueberry pass? Laughing out loud the best. Blueberry muffin wrister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well, look at his forearms. They're like a cat's calves.
All right, let's get to her.
I'm too mean to Tommy. Tommy, if you're listening, I'm sorry. That's not cool. Your calves are just fine.
Hernan's World brought to you by the Garrison Curling Club. If you and your team are looking for a fun and exciting way to build some chemistry, look no further than the Edmonton Garrison Memorial Curling Club. Located on CFB Edmonton, the Garrison Curling Club offers 6 sheets of ice, a full-service bar with kitchen, and includes all equipment needed for corporate bonspiels. And the Garrison Curling Club is run by Nasties. As an added bonus, they will offer 10% off ice rentals to all EST listeners. Email curling@egmgolf.com and mention EST to book your corporate bonspiel today. Let's get to Hernan's World.
Viva la raza! Latino Heat.
Do you want to start with sports or fun? Food, movies?
Let's go sports and finish with fun.
Okay.
Because sports are fun.
Today is Eric Cole's birthday. Do you remember Eric Cole?
One of the scariest moments of my life, yeah.
Why is that?
He was playing for the Ice Bear in Berlin.
Okay.
And this was one of the lockouts in 2004, was it? Whatever,
2004.
And he got the puck and like standing still from the blue line. And he came and he had a great net drive. Like it was just, and he looked like a locomotive. And I was like, wow, is this guy fast? And he went far post. I saved it, but I was like, geez, that's really impressive from a standstill to get that much speed. And he was he was a good NHLer.
Oh, he was excellent.
Excellent.
He just didn't have a good year here.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's 46 today. Played 1 year in Edmonton. So to have some fun, we want our listeners to chime in too, 780-218-9999 or on the Nasty Chat. Who is your favorite one-hit wonder from the Edmonton Oilers? And by one-hit wonder, I mean he played 1 season in Edmonton. And there's a lot of good ones.
Wow. You have to go with I think is the best one because it was inches from the Stanley Cup, and that's Chris Pronger.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's probably the top one.
That's the top one.
Do you have a low-key one?
A low-key one.
Like Spacek was good that year too.
Yeah.
Samsonov.
I'm trying to think who came in a trade deadline and then left and had an impact.
Joaquin Hecht came over for Doug Waite. Underrated.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good.
He was really good. Who else?
I'll go with one. Maybe you played with him. Alexander Selivanov. He scored 29 goals 1 year. The only time he played for Edmonton.
Really?
Yeah.
He was down in the minors with me too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny having those older Russians on your team. Like they've been in the war and like military and stuff. They're a different breed.
So I always remember him because he started off like he had 18 goals in the first half of the season. Then he kind of tailed off, but he still scored 29 in a different time.
Yeah.
Like he was really good. Getting a lot of good ones here.
I think Steve Passmore only played 1 season with.
No, he might have played 2.
2?
Yeah. Because the only goalies I can think of that were one-offs was Mikhail Stalenkov.
Yeah.
Who partnered up with Bob Essensa 1 year, but I think Bob Essensa played longer here.
He did. He had a couple seasons.
Yeah. There's Valerie Selepukin. You played with No, he came with Garen.
What about, it wasn't Sergei Zholtok? Was he only here for a year?
Yeah, only for a year.
For a year.
Yeah. Jim
That's
Dowd.
low-key. Jimmy Dowd was.
Jimmy Dowd, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. Holy smokes.
Toby Peterson.
Adam Oates?
Adam Oates, yeah, we got him in here as well. So we got some good ones. We got Adam Oates from VR Montenegro. Northside Sandwich says Peter Nedved, good one.
Right.
Cagill with the best one. How can you not say Lubomir Wisnowski?
Right.
He was good. He was good. Kevin Van Dasselaar, Peter Klima.
Wisnowski played 2 years.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Peter Sikora?
He played 2 different
times, though, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Brizgalov, he was a goal. That was a train wreck of a year. They brought him in, and the Oilers were just terrible.
He was...
Sikora's just 1 year.
He only played 1 year for the Oilers?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. He was good, though, man.
Yeah.
I love Peter Sikora.
Mine was Nathan Walker.
Oh, the Aussie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because he's forgotten so much. And I love the idea that he played like 3 games with the Oilers. And it's like my favorite trivia question because I always go, like, if there was ever an Oiler jersey I really want, it's a Nathan Walker. Just because it's so obscure.
What number did he wear? Do you know?
No.
It was 40-something, I think.
My boy, Mike Bishai.
I went to the same high school as
Really?
we were in the same group.
I just talked to Bish the other day.
We were in the same grade.
Really?
Can you get him on the show?
Sure.
Yeah, we went to Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
We knew each other, but we didn't hang out or anything. But I remember him dropping the mitts against Atlanta when he's in the bench. So did you play with him? No.
No. Men's league I did. Bish, that's the thing. You know how we were talking about a Big Mac being able, like, Bish was really skilled.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in men's league, he dummied a lot of D-men. Yeah.
Mike Bishop, yeah, it's a good one, man. That's a really, really good one.
Nathan Walker was number 18, and he played 2 games with the Edmonton Oilers.
Number 18.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, man.
2 games. He had 2 penalty minutes. He was -1. They were glorious 2 games.
She said, how many years did Gage play? I spelled my name wrong, but no, it was 3 years, actually, all different years. I played one, actually. I was kind of on the team 4 different seasons because I got called up from junior, then I played 1 year, or I got at the end of the year, played again the next year, and then went on hiatus, tried to play on as many other pro teams in the world as possible for a few years, and then came back. That's why I have another unique record with the Edmonton Oilers, his longest time between wins. But it's because I wasn't with the team. So it looks like I was on the team for 5 years with only 2 wins.
Timber Woodsman says David Perron, Pat Maroon. Timber, they both played at least 2 years with the Oilers. Pecker, I think he means Peckham. Theo Peckham, he played more than 1 year. Peter Sikora is a good one. Spency 5 cents, he says Antov Belov.
Belov.
Oh, boy.
Remember him? Oh yeah,
I remember him.
Who was the really touted, or maybe that was in Philly? Who was that really touted Czech guy? Was it Belov? Was Russian though?
Yeah,
he was a Russian D-man that was supposed to be.
I got a good one. Remember when the Oilers signed Yuri Dopita?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Dopita. He was he was the Czech, like the Peter Stastny or Stastny Slovak.
Yuri Dopita. There's a few. I had a few in my mind, and I just drew a blank reading the text. Just trying to think. In the Taylor Hall years, there's Curtis Glencross. There's a lot of good ones. We just can't like.
That was a tough one, Glencross, because then he went straight to Calgary. And was awesome.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think one-hit wonders on the Oilers that we couldn't re-sign. Jeff Petrie, no, he was run out of town though. That's a little bit different. Brad Isbister.
I think it was more than 1 year.
Yeah, Isbister would have been around for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. Great player. From the factory.
Oh, from
he played 2 seasons with the Oilers.
Okay. Yeah, we need to do our homework on this question because we're getting a lot of 2 and 3 year guys, but yeah, there's quite a bit that had good one. Oh, Joffrey Lupul. Had a horrible year here.
He's from here, though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he came over in the Chris Pronger trade, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Sanderson.
Yeah. What about
Yoni Pitkin?
Ray Whitney.
Ray Whitney. And they lost him on waivers.
I know.
Big Slam Nasty, great minds think alike. Big Slam. I was just gonna say Yoni Pitkinen.
Yoni Pitkinen.
And Derek Knight says Cogliano was sent away too young. Yeah, we're getting way off topic now, but keep those coming in. One-hit wonders, your favorite for the Oilers. That means they played 1 year. Gager went with Chris Pronger. Maddie went with Nathan Walker. I went with Alex Selivanov. Mike Pekka's another good one.
Yeah, shoot. Why wouldn't we say Pekka? Well, Pecs.
All right. Second question. We're going to go to some food. Today's National Nachos Day. Gager, what is your perfect nachos toppings?
Perfect. I like smoked brisket on the nachos. Obviously shredded cheese, black olives, red onions, and
jalapenos.
Oh yeah, jalaps. And what else?
Diced tomatoes.
Yeah, tomatoes. I like them pretty loaded, but tons of guac. Oh, I gotta have tons of guac and pico with some sour cream.
Maddie?
Almost everything Gager had there, like I would have the tomatoes, but no onions for me. I don't like onions.
Oh,
But
really?
you would still go with the smoked brisket instead of chicken.
They
or
have
beef.
it at Century Casino. It's amazing.
I
You
know
go with the smoked brisket. It is absolutely fantastic.
Local does it with like pulled pork. Oh, it's
pulled,
amazing.
you can go pulled pork too.
You need the jalapenos. You need the black olives. You need the tomatoes.
I don't mind a little refried beans in there too.
Green onion.
No, I just like red onions in there, actually.
You guys like guac, salsa,
cilantro,
and
too.
sour cream?
Cilantro sprinkled on top.
You like?
I would want all three. The sour cream is one. If it's not there, I'm not upset.
No.
I want the salsa or the pico and I want the guac.
Yeah.
If those two are there, I'm pretty satisfied. If there's sour cream, okay, great.
I make the best guac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's brother makes amazing guac too, man. Like it's the best one I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, and he won't share the recipe.
Really?
Which is fine because he makes it all the time.
I'll bring it in. Oh, you can see.
All right, and send us what you're. We're getting a lot of good one-hit wonders here. Holy smokes! It's Ethan Hawke's birthday. Of course, he was in the great movie Training Day. We got a lot of good quotes. Gager, if you can think of your favorite movie quote, one or two, which one would it be?
The best ones?
Like, what's your favorite that you repeat in your own life?
Probably a lot of Austin Powers. Like, yeah, baby. I do say that a lot, actually, because it was on the other day and I was realizing. But, I mean, I just tweeted one out. I mean, if you go to ones that are iconic that would be known all across the world, like, I'll be back, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's one of the famous movie quotes of all time.
I'll say one of the best has to come from Shawshank Redemption when he's like, get busy living or get busy dying.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The Godfather, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Yeah.
Like, how many people
say hello to my little friend?
I was only kidding. I feel like a lot of them come from gangster movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the comedies are great. Like one movie that was really underrated and has that kind of cult for like The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
The Cable Guy has, because he's saying things from other movies too, right?
Superbad is the most underrated comedy there is.
You guys say that because you're younger. I didn't find that as funny because it was when I watched it, I was a little bit older.
The reason I say it's underrated, that's an inside joke. That movie, though, what to me was like the funniest movie I've ever seen in my life. It's the response to the quote. Like the one person says, if you scratch our back, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
His response to that has ruined that saying for my life.
Well, funny thing.
Yeah, it is just perfect. I'll be back is probably one of the big ones I think most people use all the time. I'll be back.
Some underrated ones. You had me at hello.
Oh yeah. See, my favorite comedy, I think. Well, it's tough to say all the time, but Old School is one of my.
That's
favorites.
a great one.
And because
you're my boy, Blue.
yeah. Dude, you got a dart in your neck. You're crazy, man. I like you, but you're crazy. That was just awesome. Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank is the best. Hasta la vista, baby.
I mean, my wife and I have the standing joke, like on weekends, if we're going out, where do we go? Home Depot, Bed Bath, if we have time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to Home Depot.
Yeah. When it hits my lips, when it hits your lips.
From Airplane, Shirley, you can't be serious.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Don't call me
Shirley.
I'm surprised Maddie didn't pick a one from The Godfather because he absolutely loves that
Well,
movie.
you said it.
No, I know, but there's more.
The other ones, like don't tell anyone outside of your family what you're thinking. That's that's just a phrase I live by.
Yeah.
I do like, and I always get it confused which way it goes, but leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah.
I do like that.
It's got a lot of good, is Tropic Thunder, too.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean? I'm just the dude playing the dude, being the dude.
There's old school ones like Stella.
Yeah.
It's more Forrest Gump, of course, A Box of Chocolates.
Box of Chocolates.
There's a lot of good ones, man. But we got to get to break because we're really late here. But keep those coming in. Your one-hit wonder Edmonton Oilers player, meaning what year? He only played 1 year. Who was your favorite? Best movie lines of all times. We've hit quite a few. But I think, Gage, everybody has those movies that only you like and you love some of the lines in it, right?
Yeah. The last one here, Aidan O'Neill. That's like your opinion, man.
There's another good
The dude.
Where did that one go? From Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's Jack. All right. That does it for hour one here on EST Afternoons of Fun. Hernan's Roll. Keep those texts coming in. We'll continue reading them as we get into the second hour. Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporter for Daily Hive at 2:20. And, of course, the EST Flyaway to LA, which is presented by the 780, is also coming up in hour two of EST Afternoons. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Matthew Wanek. We're back after the break.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Book your holiday party at the CBH today. The Canadian Brewhouse is your ultimate destination for events, parties, fundraisers, and more. 'Tis the season to celebrate. Visit and book now in-store or at the Canadian.
After only missing 3 games, Connor McDavid will be back in the lineup for the Oilers as they host the Vegas Golden Knights at Rogers Place. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Hernan Salas will get you set for the game 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. To other games in the NHL, the Caps host the Predators and the Red Wings. They visit the Blackhawks. After taking a puck to the neck, Blues forward Dylan Holloway's out of hospital. He's aiming to play Thursday against Utah. In the association, the Raptors head to Sacramento to tip off against the Kings. It's one of 12 games tonight. Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich, they're in action in Champions League action against Benfica. That match is now at halftime at 0-0. 2 matches already final. Club Brugge defeated Aston Villa 1-0, while Donetsk got past the Young Boys 2-1. A few other games underway. It includes PSG and Atletico Madrid. They're 1-1 in the 45th minute. This Edmonton Sports Talk update, it's brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation, where you have the chance to win big with the Split the Pot lottery. The pot grows with every ticket sold, with the jackpot getting bigger and bigger every day. Visit splitthepot.ca to buy your tickets now. Don't forget to pick Capital Care Foundation as your foundation of choice. Up next, we continue on with the EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. I'm Adam Wanek. You're up to date.
Welcome back to EST Afternoons, hour 2. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Matthew Wanek. We're just laughing at everybody sending in their favorite movie quotes of all
Because you
time.
think of it.
Yeah. It's a lot of good ones. We're at 66 thumbs up. Let's get to 100. We're only 34 away. Let's get to it. And a lot of good one-hit wonders for the Edmonton Oilers. 780-218-9999 or hit us up on the Nasty Chat. You like to listen to us, tune in, iHeartRadio apps, or EdmontonSportsTalk.com if you like to watch us. EST YouTube channel. William Huff Studios. Every show live from here in the west end of the city. Gager, yeah, some really good ones coming in. Let's get to Box Pounder killed it with this one for one hit wonder. Jimmy Carson.
Oh, yeah. That
Mike,
was a good one.
James P says Mike Brown. Doug Dad says Bob Beers. I think Beers played more than 1 year with the Oilers.
I think he was.
Best name in hockey. Dan McGinnis is Laurie Boschman. I don't know if he played for the Oilers. Stephen Rice, a guy you might know well from my.
He was more than 1 year though, wasn't he? He came over in the.
I think he was
Messier
1
trade.
year. Yeah.
Was that it? Huh.
Laurent,
Well, he was in the minors for a year. I know that.
Laurent Bersois, I think he had more than 1 year. Vinny Damphus is a good one.
Oh, the Vin man.
Did Bernie Nichols play more than 2 years here? More than 1 year?
Yeah, I think so. There was I think it was Cagill asked the question. Sorry, I lost it. I think he's. Oh, here it is. He wanted to ask us something. I saw him say this a couple times. So around the deadline, are you expecting an Ekholm type deal for someone like Ristolainen, as an example?
I hope so. I hope it's not Ristolainen. I think his best days are behind him.
Yeah.
That Philly team's struggling again this year. Well, I shouldn't say again. But that's the idea here, Gager. They need it.
Well, depending on, like, he's going to probably be sought after quite a lot if Philly's not in the picture, right? He's got some term left. He is 30, right shot D, big guy, 5.1 cap hit. Might be tough for one of those teams to fit him in there.
Yeah.
Probably go to Vegas.
Probably. No, but I think what Cagill's asking is, are the Oilers going to upgrade? I think Stan Bowman and Darren Dreger said it, like, they're working the phones. They're trying to get an upgrade. Like, there's no way they're going into the playoffs with this decor. And
I saw that, and I like the fact they're doing it now, right? Because
sure,
I think there is, if the longer you wait, the harder it is to integrate yourself into the
And the sooner you bring him in,
team.
Yeah, like the more comfortable he's going to be by April, right?
Exactly.
I think they should move up the trade deadline. I think it's way too late in the season. They got to move it up. Look at the NFL. They did it, week 9, week 10? Like, at least you have enough time for the guy to make a difference, right?
Yeah.
Because say you're like a team that's borderline wild card.
I like that.
And then you're giving up assets to get a player, and then you don't make the playoffs because the guy didn't have enough time or he got hurt and he's out for 3 weeks and you only get him for 2 weeks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it should be moved up to early February.
Yeah, I was going to say end of January.
So you get 2 months of this guy, of this player.
Yeah, I would. I mean, you see, like, remember back in the day when Trade Center and stuff and all those shows were just, everything happened on that day. It was like all GMs were the biggest procrastinators on the planet because they waited till, it's like they couldn't do anything till the deadline. And there would be like 30 trades that day.
It's like, I don't have to work until the deadline. Like, I'm just going to sit here.
You know what? They should actually do that, but it should be over 2 days, right? And there should be no hockey played. Like, it's ridiculous to have the trade deadline and have 10 games that day.
Yeah, it's
so stupid.
It's absolute.
You should have the next day off so they can, get to their teams and things like that. But I say, yeah, that's our new rule. End of January, a 2-day trade deadline window, and it has to be done.
Yes,
because it can be watched. NHL, you can throw it on Prime, and we can just
imagine the content, Gage.
Yeah, and I want cameras in rooms. I want war like F1 where I can go to Buffalo's war room.
What are they doing?
What are they doing? What are they doing?
You probably don't want to watch Buffalo, but
no, I do actually. I want to see the tire fire that's going on in there.
I do want to get to a few former Oilers, some scary stuff. Philip Broberg out 4 to 6 weeks. He was having a phenomenal season points wise. I don't really know how he was playing defensively, but by all accounts, he was doing pretty well. Tough luck for him. Can't stay healthy. Then yesterday, Dylan Holloway takes a puck off the net, continues his shift. And he said today, he goes, I was a 2-on-1. I wasn't going to come off. But once he got to the bench after his shift, he felt a little off.
Yeah.
He was stretchered off, but it sounds like he's going to be fine. He might even play tomorrow, but very scary, Gager. I mean, you played in the league. You're a goalie that faced a lot of pucks. You got the gear on and stuff, but anytime a puck in the neck hits a player, it's very concerning. And that's why you want him to wear the...
Well, that's not going to... I mean...
Well, it would, I guess, lower the impact, but...
Yeah, I mean... It sounds like it hit him right on the nerve, like a nerve in the neck, and caused like just like a shot through the system. Like he said, he knew something was wrong once he got hit, but scary, scary moment, especially in St. Louis, who are no strangers to having players, go down on the bench and have to be stretchered out with Bouwmeester a few years back. Scary. I mean, I've played in leagues where, unfortunately, people have died. Not in the games that I've been playing, but a lot of times here too. There's games going on in other places. And when I played in Italy, a guy got blocked a shot, puck hit him in the heart, and he died.
Yeah,
and they shut down the rest of the games.
Well, I'm just glad he's okay and he's going to be able to play. Because
terrible that both of them. I mean, it was very weird that they would both get injured. The two former Oilers, but it's sad because they were both making pretty hefty contributions to the Blues.
They're playing well. They're playing well. You never want to see players get hurt or something scary like that yesterday, because you saw both teams on the ice and both teams extremely worried. And
you don't like that. When a guy goes down and it's his ankle or something, they're going to be okay. Their health is. But when you see a guy have to go off and be put on a stretcher while he's on the bench, that's when that's tough to get your mind back into playing the hockey game.
Are you okay with no Philp going down? Because he might get recalled after this quick stint because they're playing in Calgary tonight, and then they have a weekend series in Abbotsford. Is it just the case that they're close? Hey,
Could
go
be.
play.
I would say that's a good chance of that.
Yeah.
But will they call him back up though? I don't know if they will.
Because he impressed. I mean, you can rotate him and Derek Ryan. Because I know Derek Ryan's not getting it done for a lot of fans out there, but
I think thinking about it, I think you leave him. You leave him there. Give him a little taste, right?
Yeah.
It's like creating a drug addict. You give him a little taste.
Well, the fans are losing it. How can Noah Philp be sent down?
No, but I think it's good because he came up, got his beak wet with some NHL games against some really good teams. Sometimes that helps. You go back down and go, okay, this is what it's like up there. I have to improve my game to a certain level. And then look to him. Maybe I don't think that's the last we've seen of young Philp with the Oilers this season.
Oh, for sure. He's going to be the next, whatever happens. I think he's going to get into more games 100%. I'm not worried at all. And I think him going down and playing significant minutes is better than him sitting out or playing 7 to 9 minutes here when you have guys that can fill that role. Derek Ryan, right? So I'm not too worried about it. It's going to be a good game. Just to revisit the lines, Skinner with McDavid and Hyman, put Colson, Draisaitl, Arvidsson. Your third line is Rico, RNH, and Connor Brown. And your fourth line is Janmark with Ryan and Perry. Ekholm, Bouchard, Nurse, Stetcher, and looks like it's going to be Kulak and Emberson once again. Stuart Skinner gets the start for the Edmonton Oilers. This is what Vegas rolled out last game. Barbashev with Eichel and Mark Stone. Your first line, who's having a hell of a season. Dorofeyev with Thomas Hertl and Brett Howden is your second line. Tanner Pearson, William Karlsson, Alexander Holtz is your third. And Cole Schwint, Nicholas Roy, and Keegan Kolitz are your fourth line. Defensively, Noah Hannafin with Pietrangelo, McNabb with Theodore, Nicholas Haig with Zach Whitecloud. That's a hell of a decor.
It's an unreal decor, man. Jesus.
And Aiden Hill looks like to get the start because Samsonov's back in Vegas. I guess he's day-to-day, though, but Akira Schmid is his backup. So it's going to be a good matchup, Gage. I'm looking forward to it.
They have like 2 1s and 2 2s.
Yeah.
And probably a 3 and a 5, right? On D?
Because even that third pair is good.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're like a 3 and a 5.
That's crazy, man.
McNabb's good. Whitecloud, that top 4 is a ridiculous decor.
And if you're watching the game, look out because Vegas Golden Knights are currently third on the power play. They're at 32.3%, which is just unreal right now. And they'll be facing an Oilers PK, which is at 60%, dead last in the league. The Oilers also in the bottom 3 when it comes to goals for, and their power play absolutely stinks as well, 15.2. percent, but they do get Connor McDavid back. They only have 5 goals on 34 opportunities, Gage. That's unheard of for this team.
Yeah. No, it's
they got to find a way.
Yeah.
They have to find a way. All right, guys. I'm seeing all your favorite movie lines of all time. We'll get to those. Trust me, before the show is over.
But we're going to need a bigger boat.
Yeah. Also, your one-hit wonders for the Edmonton Oilers. Guys that played 1 year, but they were your absolute favorites. Keep those coming into our inbox at 780-218-9999 or on the Nasty Chat. Coming up next, Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporter for the Daily Hive, joins us to tee up tonight's game between the Oilers and Golden Knights, and then we'll get to our qualifier for the EST Flyaway to LA, which is proudly presented by the 780, and more of your text. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons with Joaquin Gage and Hernan Salas. Here is Matthew Wanek with a sports update.
After only missing 3 games, Connor McDavid will be back in the lineup for the Oilers as they host the Golden Knights at Rogers Place. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Zola, Hernan Salas gets you set for the game 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. 2 other games in the NHL. The Caps host the Preds and the Red Wings. They visit the Blackhawks. After taking a puck to the neck last night, the Blues forward Dylan Holloway, he's out of the hospital. He's aiming to return to play Thursday against Utah. Toronto Raptors head out to Sacramento to tip off against the Kings. It's one of 12 games in the association. Alphonso Davies and Bayern Munich, they're in action as they play Benfica in Champions League action. That match is just starting the second half. It is 0-0. 2 matches already final today. Club Brugge defeating Aston Villa 1-0, while Donetsk got past Young Boys 2-1. Up next, we continue on the EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. I'm Adam Wanek. You're up to date.
Ready for an unforgettable sports experience? It's the EST Flyaway to LA. Presented by the 780. Listen daily for the EST Flyaway keyword. Once you hear it, text us at 780-218-9999 for your chance to qualify to fly to LA. Round trip flights for 2, hotel and car rentals, all to go see Edmonton face off against either LA or Anaheim. Plus, experience the brand new Intuit Dome as the Clippers tip off against the Warriors, and top it all off with the Rams kicking off against the Cardinals at SoFi Stadium. This is more than just a trip. This is the ultimate sports experience. The EST Flyaway to LA, presented by the 780 and Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
This is your chance to win big with the Split the Pot Lottery. Support the Capital Care Foundation to help Alberta seniors get the care they deserve and support more healthcare foundations across the province. With a grand prize that grows with every ticket sold, the jackpot is hundreds of thousands and just keeps getting bigger. Visit splitthepot.ca and buy your tickets now. Don't forget to pick Capital Care Foundation as your foundation of choice. Lottery license number 698984.
Celebrating 70 years in the signage industry, William Huff Advertising is the most recognized name in the game. An in-house, one-stop shop for all of your design, print, and installation needs. William Huff provides quality graphic solutions for everyone. Here in our City of Champions and throughout the nation, they are the preferred signage partner entrusted by many of the biggest corporations, pro sports teams, and organizations to bring their identity to life. Recognize the name, get in the game. WilliamHuff.com.
.23. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Matthew Wanek. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. NHL lives at the Canadian Brewhouse. Every Oilers game day, get $1 off tankards of Molson Canadian and Coors Light. You can win game tickets and 2 tickets to a surf and turf dinner at the end of the season. Full details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Rod Z brings up a good point on the Nasty Chat, Gager. Vegas Golden Knights haven't won on the road yet.
Oh.
So now I'm feeling even worse about this.
So they're due.
So you're telling me there's a chance. So that's interesting because they do have a good record. So obviously 8-0 at home, 0-3-1 on the road. So hopefully the Oilers can continue that trend. But let's get to our guests to talk some Oilers and Golden Knights. That goes down tonight at 6:30 down at Rogers Place. Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporter for Daily Hive, joins us now. Preston, how you doing today?
Not too bad. Excited for the game tonight.
Yeah, I know for sure. So obviously the big news of the day, Preston, Connor McDavid returns to the lineup. We're seeing some new lines, and I guess we'll start there. What do you make of the new forward lines? Because the feedback we're getting, a lot of the fans are liking what they're seeing, especially with Jeff Skinner up with McDavid. But what do you make of the line changes ahead of tonight's game?
Yeah, no, I think I'm with a lot of the fans there. I think when the Oilers initially acquired Jeff Skinner, a spot next to McDavid made a lot of sense for a guy like that. You know, a finisher who scores almost at will throughout his career, right? So I'm looking forward to see that. The other thing that I'm interested to take a look at tonight is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins being moved down to that third line, right? I don't think we've seen him down there in quite a while. He's had a slow start to the season. And, he'll be playing with Adam Henrique and Connor Brown. So, I'm excited to see how Nuge responds to being demoted a little bit.
Preston, is there any word from, Double K? I can't say Coach K because Matt, our producer, goes crazy. But of what type of matchups that Nobla wants to implement tonight, or is he just kind of going to roll through all his lines?
I'm not too sure on lineup matchups tonight. I wasn't able to get down to the rink this morning, unfortunately, so I wasn't in the scrum that went over that. But I imagine, with putting Nugent-Hopkins down on that third line and being able to move that top line, that former top line of Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Victor Arvidsson down to a second line, that's going to give them a lot better opportunity, a lot better matchups tonight. And they looked great as the top line before McDavid came in. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he rolls these top three lines.
Preston, we talked about it yesterday on our show, and we said, so far for you, and we asked our listeners, who's been kind of, I don't want to say the biggest because we're only a month in, but who's been a kind of a disappointment so far for the Edmonton Oilers in your eyes? A player you probably need more from.
Yeah, there's a few, I think. Nugent-Hopkins is a guy that I think has struggled quite a bit. I've been a big Nugent-Hopkins fan, and whenever I put criticism of him online, I get a lot of pushback. It's not because I hate him. It's just because I know what he can bring, right?
Yeah.
So he's been a little disappointing. Of course, Stuart Skinner is a guy that we all thought figured it out in the playoffs, like down the stretch in the Western Conference Finals. And it just looks more of the same of this inconsistent goaltending from him. So I think those are the two guys I would pin maybe the biggest disappointment so far this season.
I think, what would you say the biggest challenge is going up against the Vegas Golden Knights? We were just discussing before how the Knights haven't won on the road yet, but they also have the third best power play in the league going up against what is called the worst PK in the league. Is that the kind of area that is the most concerning for you going into tonight's game?
The penalty kill is all we were talking about after last game, right? It was a 3-0 game, but it kind of got out of hand after that penalty or that failed penalty kill. And yeah, with Vegas coming in here with one of the best power plays in the league, it's going to be another big focal point for this team tonight. Like, you can't give the Vegas Golden Knights a chance when your penalty kill is this poor. But I also think with the Golden Knights, they're just a team that finds a way. Like, I wasn't the biggest on them coming into this year. I thought they kind of lacked the forward depth to do the damage they've done in recent years. But look at their record right now. They're doing just fine. They're a team that finds a way. They got guys that chip in all down through the lineup. They got a great defensive core. And they got a goalie who might not be the best in the world, might be a little injury prone, but he can steal games on the night. So I think they're kind of an all-around threat for the Oilers. And we're going to have to see a better penalty kill tonight if the team wants a chance to win.
Preston Hodgkinson here from the Daily Hive joining us on EST Afternoons. A lot of fans up in arms this afternoon because Noah Philp has been sent down. He's probably going to play in Calgary for the Bakersfield Condors. But Preston, what did you make of Noah Philp's quick stint here for the Edmonton Oilers? I'm sure he's going to be back with the team at some point, might be very soon. or it might take another week, a few weeks or months here. But what was your impression of Noah Phillips' game? Small sample size, but what did you think?
Yeah, small sample size. I think it was like 3 games, but he looked good. I liked him in those 3 games. He's a smart player. He gets to the right spots. He doesn't do more than he needs to do. He knows his role, and he plays it well. And I think that's impressive for a player that took all of last season off to know where to go on the ice and to just have that knowledge. And not having played an NHL game in his career and stepping in. I thought he was great. I think he looked good. I think he could potentially make more of an impact on the game than Derek Ryan on a nightly basis. I think sending him down has more to do with the cap accrual than anything else, So I think he was the only easy choice to send down. Otherwise, you had to put someone on waivers. So I think that's kind of why they decided to send him down.
What we've seen over the last little bit, obviously with Connor McDavid out of the lineup, most likely we'll see that first power play unit put back together. But we've seen in the past with in practice anyways that there's been some juggling around. Do you think that this power play is going to just remain status quo of what we've seen from before, just one power play unit basically taking up the 2 minutes, or just because the power play hasn't been working as well, do you think there's a chance that possibly if things aren't going well, coaching staff will kind of jump to maybe implementing power play 2 at some point?
Yeah, that's a difficult question. I don't really know where the Oilers are leaning towards with their power play. Of course, it's hard to break up that unit that's had so much success over the last few seasons. But like you said, it hasn't been converting at the rate we're used to right now. We've seen a few different variations in practice. I think, taking a guy like Nugent Hopkins off the power play for a game or two, putting Jeff Skinner on that unit just to see would be a good idea, but I don't know. Glenn Gillespie and Chris Knobloch have been hard-pressed to really make lasting changes to that unit.
Preston, when you look at the Pacific Division, there's 2 teams that stand out to me that I didn't think they'd be, where they are right now. Calgary at 7-5-1, LA first in the Pacific Division at 8-3-3. Do you believe these teams are going to continue to be up there competing for the top 3 spots in the Pacific Division, or do you see them kind of falling as the season goes on like we did last year with a few of the teams? Do you see one or the other or both kind of falling off here?
I absolutely see Calgary falling off. They've had a great start to the season for sure, and then things kind of fell off a little bit. Now they're coming up again, but I think over the course of an 82-game season, the Calgary Flames are not a playoff team, and they're not going to be in the top 3 of the Pacific Division. The LA Kings, on the other hand, I wasn't a fan of their offseason. I thought they got a little worse, in my own opinion.
Yeah.
But they're finding a way to make it work so far, and they're not on that level of the Calgary Flames where they're an absolute lottery team, right? So I could see them sticking around. Top of the division is a little ambitious, I think, but as for getting that last 3rd spot in the Pacific Division, sure, yeah, I can see the LA Kings staying there.
Yeah, it's going to be a fight there though with Vegas, Vancouver, Edmonton. We expect them all to play a lot, well, especially Edmonton to be up there. So, Gage, you got another question?
Yeah, Preston. I just being around the team, I know that the search is on for certain pieces to solidify this group. In your opinion, where are the Oilers mainly looking to? Is it still kind of that right side on the defense that they're looking for a top 4 defenseman, or is it somewhere else that maybe there's a trade in play or something like that?
Yeah, I don't have any inside information, but I would imagine, and everything we've heard over the course of the season, is that the point of interest on this roster is that second pair right-handed defenseman, right? And there's a lot of guys out there that kind of fit that description. I really like Rasmus Andersson. He just has that grit. He's got that skill. He can score goals. He can set up players. The problem is he plays for the Calgary Flames, and I have a hard time believing the Calgary Flames are going to give one of their star players to the Oilers on a bargain. So we've seen that play out last year with Chris Tanev, right? So I do believe that the second pair right-handed defenseman is at the top of the wish list for the Oilers, though.
So you're predicting a 3-way deal. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Put me down on paper.
Preston, great stuff. It's going to be a fun one with the return of Connor McDavid. It's always good when the Oilers meet the Golden Knights. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Good to chat with you. I've been following you on Twitter, and it's we're very thankful for you taking some time to join us. Enjoy the game tonight, and I'm sure we'll chat soon.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporter for the Daily Hive in Edmonton, joining us. One of the new guys in the media world there down in Edmonton, and he's always at the Oilers practices and games. So good stuff there. It's going to be a fun game tonight. Looking forward to it. I was just looking at the Vegas Golden Knights' stats, and man, Mark Stone and Jack Eichel are having a season. That top line's going to have to be ready. They can't sleepwalk into this game, Gager.
The biggest problem with those two is they play a very just honest game, those two, and they're highly skilled, right? So they're looking to crash, bang, cause chaos.
Yeah.
But the skill level on them is extremely high. A real fun player to watch is Jack Eichel. The way he skates and the way he controls the play. It's impressive. And Stone, how do you not like the way that guy plays? It's just hard nose, and every goal that he scores looks like it's his first, and I love that.
Mr. LTIR.
Yeah, Mr.
himself.
LTIR. Yeah.
All right, it's time now for the EST Flyaway to LA, which is presented by the 780. Get your phones out, unlock it, and get ready to text 780-218-9999. The 780 is a homegrown local shop right here in Edmonton. 780 is both the shop name and their in-house clothing brand that celebrates all things unique to E-Town. They also work with close to 100 local vendors from the 780 area code to help promote and get their brands off the ground. Check them out online at 780.com or at any of their 5 locations: Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, and the Outlet Mall by the airport. And the key word today is, do you want to guess, Cager?
Flop.
No. The key word today is Rams.
Oh.
Rams. R-A-M-S. Text that in to 780-218-9999. And Matthew Wanick will get our next qualifier on the line. That's all coming up next, along with your text on your favorite movie lines and your favorite Oilers one-hit wonders. That's all coming up here on EST Afternoons with Joaquin Gage and Hernan Salas. Here's Matthew Wanick with a sports update.
After only missing 3 games, Connor McDavid, he's back in the lineup for your Edmonton Oilers as they'll host the Golden Knights at Rogers Place. GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola and Hernan Salas. They'll get you set for the game tonight, 5:30 right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. 2 other games in the NHL on this Wednesday. The Caps host the Preds and the Red Wings. They visit the Blackhawks. After taking a puck to the neck, Blues forward Dylan Holloway's out of hospital. He's also aiming to return to play tomorrow against Utah. Toronto Raptors, they head out to Sacramento to tip off against the Kings. It's one of 12 games in the association. Edmontonian Alphonso Davies and his club Bayern Munich, they're in action as they play Benfica in Champions League action. That match is tied 0-0 in the 61st minute. 2 matches already finished. Club Bruges got past Aston Villa 1-0, while Donetsk beat Young Boys 2-1. Up next is the final segment of the day for EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. I'm Matt Owanek. You're up to date.
You want the heavy hitters on your team, both on and off the ice. If you've been injured in a car accident, call the heavy hitters of injury law. James H. Brown and Associates, Alberta Injury Lawyers. With over 200 years of combined injury law experience, their precedent-setting lawyers are ready to help. Locally owned and proud Edmonton Oilers fans, James H. Brown and Associates wants to support you with their unrivaled experience, unrivaled results, and unrivaled commitment. When accidents happen, head to jameshbrown.com.
780 is just another lame-ass, low-budget local shop. Homegrown right here in Edmonton. 780 is both the shop name and their in-house clothing brand that celebrates all things unique to E-Town. They also work with close to 1,000 local vendors from the 780 to help promote and get their brands off the ground. Check them out online at 780.com or at any of their 5 locations at Southgate, Londonderry, Kingsway, St. Albert, and the Outlet Mall by the airport.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
It's 2:39. We're back on track here on EST Afternoons. Big shout out to Preston Hodgkinson, Oilers reporting for the Daily Hive. He was excellent as the Oilers get set to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. 6:30 puck drop. Of course, the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell, and myself will kick off at 5:30. Coming up next, it's Reed Wilkins with Jay Mann. And they got a wicked guest, Eric Zabrowski from the Cleveland Guardians, joining them in studio. It's going to be great to meet him, and it's going to be a great interview. So looking forward to that as well. And that's your next chance to qualify for the EST Flyaway, as Maddie's just working on her qualifier right now. I love that people keep sending in movie lines. It's been nonstop since we kicked it off. We'll get to all of them. Some people put in Sherkovsky and Miroslav Shatan. They both played 2 years here.
Yeah.
And they let him go way too early.
The Polish Prince?
Polish Prince.
Yeah, he was good, man.
Oh, he was excellent when he went to. Same with Shatan.
Yeah, Miro was really good too. I mean, he was one of those pure goal scorers. He just could score.
Yeah, he was quite excellent. Sorry, Ace 96 is just was a good for the oil smooth skater. Yeah, they were both good, really good players. Derek Knight says Dan Foos and Jacques Plante. Yeah,
well, Mike Richter. Was Mike Richter?
No, they got his rights,
but
he never played in Edmonton. So it's a little bit different there. But we're good with our qualifier. Who do we have on the line?
Mike's on the line.
Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Pretty good. So congratulations. Excellent. You're our next qualifier. It would be a flight for 2 to LA, hotel and rental car. You would leave on Boxing Day, return on the 30th. You would get tickets to Clippers Warriors in that brand new arena, which looks amazing. Rams, Cardinals, and the Edmonton hockey team in either LA or Anaheim. If you win this trip, who would you take with you?
Oh, I definitely have to take my wife.
All right. Have you ever watched the good old Oilers on the road?
In Winnipeg, actually.
Oh, okay. How was that experience?
It was definitely different and loud.
Yeah. When did you go? Like last season?
Oh, no, I would have to say probably about 10 years ago. Right when they first came back, actually, somewhere around there.
Yeah. It's a good barn there. It's a good little.
It is.
Yeah. From the 3 leagues here, which game would you be most excited to go watch? NBA, NFL, or NHL?
I'd have to say
NFL.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Are Cardinals, Rams your teams or no?
No, I'm a Packers fan.
Oh, okay.
What about your wife? Does she have a favorite sports team?
She actually, joined the Taylor Swift team. So.
Oh, okay.
The Kansas City Chiefs. But either way, it would be a great time. Mike, you can continue to qualify up until November 28th. And on November 29th, during the morning show, they will give away the trip. Hopefully, it's your name that it's called. All the best, Mike. Enjoy the game tonight.
Thank you as well.
All right, there's Mike, our latest qualifier. Your next chance on the Reed Wilkins Show, and he qualified by texting in the word Rams.
Oh, nice.
In Hernan's room, we were talking about favorite movie lines in honor of Ethan Hawke's birthday, who was in that great movie Training Day. But Denzel had some great lines in that movie, like King Kong ain't got.
Yeah, that's the one you're thinking of.
Yeah, there's nothing I can. There's some stuff we can't say on air, obviously.
No,
but,
there's a lot of expletives in that movie.
It's great though, eh?
That's a good one. Did Denzel win for that one?
I think he did.
I think it was that one. Hey,
yeah.
I just watched another Denzel movie, The American Gangster, which is kind of a true story, I guess. Most of his roles are quite good. I think his roles when he's a little bit bad are better, though.
Yeah.
When he's a little bit.
Have you seen Man on Fire? When he's in Mexico?
Great movie. Yeah, that was.
I find that no one ever brings that movie up when they talk about Denzel, and I think it's one of his best, man.
Christopher Walken's in that.
Yes, he is.
And when there's a great, there's always with those movies where it's the old kind of old spy special ops guy that gets dragged back in, starts killing everybody.
Yeah.
There's always a part of the movie where they explain about what a badass that guy is. And I'm trying to think of what Christopher Walken says, but he's basically like he's a master killer and he's painting his masterpiece.
Yeah,
or something like
yeah.
that. It's a great scene with Walken in that one.
That's a great. I love the movies he's made. He's made 3 now.
Equalizers.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
He's
really
just
good.
badass. But
Yeah.
I like Denzel badass than Denzel Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the new Gladiator.
Oh, that's right. That comes out this month. Oh, that looks so good too.
Maybe we'll go.
Yeah. We should go as a station. Maddie treats us all for Christmas.
Obviously, you need a chaperone on our date, but okay, whatever.
Well, I'm just saying it'd be a hoot. Let's get.
Well, the Gager wanted to spend some quality time with just you, and you immediately were like, "Oh, let's get other people."
Imagine watching that
Doesn't
movie.
trust me in the movie theater.
I'm the touchy guy, right?
Well, no, we'll sit apart.
Imagine watching The Gladiator with Zach.
Oh my God.
No more candy for you.
Yeah. I'd have to muzzle him for sure. And I'd probably wear I'd put my goalie gear on for the amount of times that you would hit me after every cool scene. I heard it's good.
I saw the preview. It was like a 3-minute trailer. I was like, holy smokes. Yeah. Because the original's awesome.
Oh yeah. That's a solid. You know what? It's funny because I didn't really like it when it first came out, but that's a good show.
Are you not entertained? There's a line.
There's a line.
Yeah. Jasmine says The Price is Wrong from Happy Gilmore. Remember that one?
I do.
We got a few other ones here as well. Let me find them. Mike Morrison for one hit wonder with the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh, Mike Morrison, right?
Remember him?
Yeah.
With the Boston accent.
How long was Whitney here?
1 year.
Yeah.
Ryan Whitney?
Ryan Whitney.
Yeah, he got plucked off waivers
Yeah.
from Florida, man. And then he went on to have a great career, win the Stanley Cup against the Oilers. Because remember his dad?
He said Ryan, not Ray. You're thinking
Not Ray.
Ray.
Oh, Ryan Whitney.
Ryan Whitney spitting chicklets.
Tank Whitney.
He played more than 2 years.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ryan was here for 4 years.
Oh, was he? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because he was having a
Or parts
really
of
good
4
year,
seasons.
and then he got hurt. He had like a weird ankle injury.
Yeah.
He had like a weird foot or something.
It's funny because
He's a good player, man.
From what I hear, he didn't like playing here, but he loves the team.
He had a good time at the Stanley Cup Finals here.
He loves the team when they're doing well.
I know, yeah.
The moment they're not doing well, he's the first off the bandwagon.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind bandwagon jumpers.
I'm going to give you guys a couple movie lines. You have to guess the movie, okay?
Okay.
Spency 5 Censy. There's so much room for activities.
Zoolander? No, I don't know.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers. Oh, right. In the bedroom.
You'd like this one. I Love Gold.
Oh, Gold member.
We're on a mission from God.
Blues Brothers.
We're going to need a bigger boat. You already said that.
Jaws.
Let's see.
As you can see, I spent a lot of time watching movies.
Mad at the Garrison. Pull over.
Dumb and
Pull
Dumber.
over. It's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
Dumb and Dumber. Come on, keep them coming.
Show me the money.
Jerry Maguire.
That's one of the best ones. Help me help you.
Yeah.
You remember that
Oh,
one?
Rod Tidwell.
I'm Batman.
The first Batman, Michael Keaton.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
Paint me like one of your French girls. Do you know that
Titanic?
Titanic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jordy Mack killed it with this one. You're gonna live with me now.
Goonies, I love it.
Matt Hyman. All right.
I know
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna do at the. It's funny. I memorized this thing with old Oiler legend Greg DeVries, but when McConaughey is outside with the guy and they're looking at their cars.
Yeah.
What does he say? I know. He goes, let me tell you what Melba Toast is packing here, all right? We got 411 Positrack Outback, 750 double pumper, Elbrock intake, board over 30, 11-1, pop-up piston, turbo jet, 390 horsepower. We're talking some muscle.
And the other guy's just like not impressed.
No,
tough guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love when you do that, man. How about this one? Manure. I hate manure.
I don't know. Is that
Back
a Jim
to the
Carrey?
Future?
Oh, Back to the Future. Oh, Back to the Future. Okay. Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll be your Huckleberry.
Easy. Tombstone.
There's a good ones in Zoolander. I just can't think of them right now.
Well, I saw one, the black lung there. The black lung pop.
Oh, boy. Go ahead, make my day. Luke, I am your father.
It's actually wrong.
Why?
What?
Oh, no, it is Luke. No, it's not Luke, I am your father.
What is it?
It is. I think there's a common, people commonly mistake. I think it's just I'm your father in the actual movie.
No.
I don't think he says Luke.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I think that everyone always goes and says Luke, I am your father, but I think he just says I am your father.
Because Luke says, yeah, or Obi-Wan never told you about your father. He goes, and then Luke says, you killed him. And he goes, no, I am your father.
Yeah. But people commonly say, Luke, I am your father, but that is a little bit of a goof up.
Oh, okay. I'll have what she's having.
And Harry met Sally.
Yeah.
I don't know the majority of these.
Really?
Yep.
Well, he doesn't.
Isn't this amazing what I'm doing right now? No.
To a degree. There's like other quotes that I would know if I just never have seen it.
I feel the need for speed.
Top Gun.
Come on, man.
Hernan, there was a time, this was I think during the pandemic, he was producing, I was hosting, and your poppy's on the floor, by the way. It just fell. It's just on next to your foot. We did a thing, the AMC top 5. So I'd see what movie was on AMC that day, and I'd build a top 5 around it, like top 5 movies or something. And Hernan would go through a list, and I disappointed Hernan every single day. He would get so mad because there'd be like 2 or 3 movies he'd mention. And but how have you never seen this? I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'm like somehow it's ingrained in me, these things from movies and stuff, to the point where if a movie's on and I'll be doing something and my wife will be watching and I'll say the next line and she gets so mad at me and goes, why couldn't you use that memory for something good?
I watch Young Guns. I can say the whole movie.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Shawshank.
We're in the spirit world. I can't see us.
How have we not brought up Anchorman?
Oh, shoot.
60% of the time.
All the time. Works 60% of the time.
Oh, boy.
It's very pungent.
Burns the nostrils.
Oh, God.
Oh, I love that damn movie. Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn. Yeah, we said that one. Look at the pelican fly. Come on, pelican. That's remember Tony when he's in the hot tub? With Manny and his wife?
Yeah.
Oh, those are good, man. There's a lot of ones. I'm the king of the world.
So Leo.
Titanic?
Yeah. No, there's some iconic lines out there that are great. Good movies. Hopefully there's some good ones coming up. I'm looking forward to this new Gladiator one. But I haven't actually been to the... Well, I guess the last movie I saw was Deadpool Wolverine, which I thought was fantastic. I mean, you could almost put any Deadpool line in there.
Adam says, I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
The other guy.
The other.
So good.
How about this one? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
Maddie?
Oh.
No?
I know of it. I just can't. Now I just don't remember which one it's from.
I have a feeling you hate Tom Cruise.
A few.
I'm not a Tom Cruise
good
guy.
Man.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen A Few Good Men?
No. No.
You're looking at two right now.
I'm looking at my computer right now.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, man. No one puts baby in the corner.
Dirty Dancing?
Dirty Dancing.
Jeez, guys.
What?
How you just know all of these?
It's awful. It's absolutely terrible.
How do you not know no one puts baby in the corner?
Yeah, but we're older than Maddie. I think we
I also
went to
haven't seen a
movies
lot
more.
of movies, though.
Yeah, I talked to Zach, and he doesn't even go to movies. Either does Trev. Like,
No, there's no good movies.
Still.
Movies are trash these days.
You know what was one of the best parts about playing in the NHL? Is that I got a Cineplex Odeon card that I went to movies for free. So I was making money. It's not like I couldn't afford it. And it said Joaquin Gage plus guest. And I'd went every day. I'd see movies 3 or 4 times. Maybe that's why I know all the lines. Jesus.
There was a point where, if I'm not mistaken, October 1994, here's 3 of the movies that were in theaters. Pulp Fiction, Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption.
Wow.
The Mask was even in theaters, and Jurassic Park was still in theaters at that time, but that was all in 94. Like, we don't make that good of movies anymore. That many of that good. Like, we absolutely make so many movies, but the majority of them now are just trash. And we don't make the high end ones.
Pulp Fiction's so good.
Yeah. Well, the justification of going to a movie too is hard. Like when usually I go with my son because we'll go see a Marvel one, but we're looking at, it's 60. Now that he drinks, we can grab a few beers. So it's like $60-$70, he doesn't drink. I just drink more. But now Matt Damon had a good, he went into the whole reasoning of how movies aren't made as much anymore because of the cost of them. And on the back end, there was DVD, like Blockbuster, there was DVD releases that you would go to, but the margins just don't make sense anymore. And most movie companies won't do it. Like those cool indie movies, like, I don't know, like Jay and Silent Bob or, Chasing those types of movies that, they were made on a shoestring budget, but movie studios just won't take a chance on these anymore because there's a chance they lose their shirt.
There's 2. You brought up Matt Damon. How you like them apples?
That's good.
That's a classic. You know that one. From Good Will Hunting?
Mm-mm.
You've never seen Good Will Hunting?
Don't believe so.
Wow.
We'll end on this one. It's one of my favorite movies as a kid. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Please tell me you've seen that one.
No.
As you
I don't know what that is. What is it?
As you wish?
No. Never even
Get
heard
out
of
of
it.
here. Get out of here.
As you wish.
He meant I love you every time he said as you wish.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, is it? So it's Princess Bride.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've never seen Princess Bride.
Oh, Princess Bride. Seen it?
Well, I'm
No.
looking at it, but you guys said like As You Wish. So I was looking up As You Wish, and I didn't see that as a movie. Yeah, I've never seen Princess Bride.
Jasmine says, Maddie's lost it. Yes, he has lost. And Bonnie Dune Ron says, you guys should have a draft of best movie liners. So many to pick. That's a good idea for Dusty.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? You guys talk about movies, but 80s, 90s movies are the best for me. Like, that's when the best movies were made.
Well, you're not a superhero guy, so
No.
my childhood dreams were fulfilled when those actually finally came out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I could actually see from comic book to silver screen. That was amazing.
Yeah. A lot of people disappointed with Maddie.
Who else?
A lot.
Where I see one.
Bonnie Dune Ron says Matt is really disappointed in me. Yeah.
Okay, well, I could talk to you about like the 2002 Rose Bowl game.
Sure.
That was a barn burner.
03. I could go through a bunch of college football. I could go through a bunch of soccer stuff. You want to talk about the 06
06
World Cup? I can talk to you about that. Can you talk to me about the 06 World Cup?
Yes.
This is Edmonton Sports Talk, not Edmonton Movie Talk.
But you're missing out on some classic movie watching. That's all I'll say. But we got to get out of here. Thank you to Preston Hodgkinson from the Daily Hive joining us here on EST Afternoons. It's Oilers Golden Knights tonight, 6:30. We'll be back with the Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola, Sean Bell, and myself at 5:30. Up next, it is the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne. They'll have Eric Zabrowski from the Cleveland Guardians joining them in studio. That's going to be a hell of a chat, so make sure to tune in for that. And, of course, they'll have your next chance to qualify. We're back tomorrow. We'll recap the game. We'll talk some CFL, and we might have a former NHLer on the show as well. For Joaquin Gage and Matthew Wanek, I'm Hernan Salas saying thank you for tuning in to EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk. Enjoy the game tonight. We'll talk in a bit. Ciao.
Edmonton Sports Talk delivers a mass audience of key, influential customers to your business, all while you associate your company brand with the biggest names, the hottest sports news, and teams from every league around the globe. It's where fans go to get their sports fix and where our partners find the most loyal consumers. Contact us today and see how our team on Edmonton Sports Talk can score the biggest goals for your business. With various advertising options available, email business@edmontonsportstalk.com or head to our website, edmontonsportstalk.com.